There we go. Now we've got ourselves a game. There we go, folks. Don't need to see our faces anymore. We'll bring with you the game that you've been so needing to watch here, as well as us. We've been wanting this game too. Game 3. With all of the heroes coming out here between OG and MOUZ, it's going to be great. So mid lane Supreme versus Pangolier. Even with the Pangolier picked up quite early and Supreme getting a second game here on Death Prophet, you did say this match favors the Death Prophet, right?
Yeah, heavily. It's like 65 to 35. I mean, Pangos can still survive, but DP is kind of king of abusing the melee guys. That's what usually is maybe a best hero in Dota, because the Siphon is just way too strong. And like for a one guy, like you just keep pressing it. It almost feels like it's infinite charges.
Yeah. As bottom lane, on the other hand, I mean, you are up against this gyrocopter carry with the flat cannon, so you're able to take out Eidolons here very easily against full.
Especially with the waveform combination, wave of terror, right? Minus armor on them, they just die very quickly.
Yeah. So I don't know how they'll play on this bottom lane. It doesn't look very good here, especially with the kill potential against the Eidolons. Because usually if you don't have it, then you can dominate the lane, but in this case, Force will have some problems. Top lane, on the other hand, looks fairly passive at the moment here. Whisper and Ulnit just wanting to farm up here on either side. You're about to say something here, Milan, as well. Sorry if I cut you off.
Hey, I'm just wondering who strikes first on these lanes, because bottom lane, most definitely Gyro should have an insane free farm, and on the mid lane, Pango is doing super good for now. Like in terms of CS and the XP. He's getting pressured on the resources, but I think if you ask him, this lane looks like 50-50, and we expected like a 65 to 35 matchup. And on the top lane, between Shadow Shaman and Magnus, may see some aggression, you know. These two guys can be really aggressive, especially on like a bang gun.
Yeah. Ulnit starting to take more damage now. Whisper has decided to level 2 points into Shockwave here, so the harass starting to come out, especially Ari here on the Shadow Shaman with the Eftershock too, so they have quite a lot of nuke damage here on this top lane.
Supreme.
Rotation here from Seb as well through the Twin Gates, coming to try and gank MOUZ here with the Wave of Terror.
There's the first blood.
Unconscious there, but the blood grenade comes down and they find themselves first blood here on Ulnit.
I mean, this comes at the price of Narman rotating to the bottom water rune. It allows Gyro to stay solo, it allows Seb to rotate to the Twin Gates, and they get a first blood, and BZM will let him know with a tip.
Doing very nice here on the Venge with that rotation. And they had themselves some great rotations here on OG. And definitely if especially the mid lane, for example, here is in the pit. I mean, Supreme diving that tier 1 tower. Actually may fall here, taking a lot of damage there from the tower. Actually be able to heal up with that Siphon Drain. As the one charges there too.
I wonder if Supreme was feeling the pressure of not doing so well earlier in the lane, trying to make this big dive, and saying it was all a one big lag is a solution. 22 to 30. I mean, if anything, we expected it to be opposite, or at least I did. even in the network department, this is Pangolier winning a lane 60 to 40 at least in a matchup that should be very, very hard for him.
Back in we go, yeah. The cores on the side of OG doing slightly better here. Force just having to keep on pulling himself back every time Mardo activates the flat cannon here on the gyrocopter.
Narman?
Yeah, rotation
It's a
here.
big
Whisper just
rotation,
back.
but he doesn't achieve anything. Only level 2 on this clock, and Supreme is gonna miss the 6-minute rune. Or will he? They're both doing the same thing.
Yeah, both mid laners are back to their fountains. Healing up here. May look like EZM is going to get the power rune first, maybe. Supreme denies
Nobody
the
gets
RP
it.
rune.
I mean, where is the Crystal Maiden line? No, but now nobody wins. It will be perfect right there. $630, approaching the first Wisdom rune. Will Seb try to make a sneaky play? Very, very dangerous to do versus the Clockwork. So I would think not. And on the top lane, I think Whisper with the early kill and now closing onto level 6, we may see some potential rotation from the Seb again.
I do feel like there is a lot of pressure, though, for Supreme to try and do very well here on the mid lane because you've got yourself
For
a
sure.
Sven on it here wanting to try and farm up, and Force is not going to have himself the greatest of Enigma games, especially with the lineup here from OG. So it's kind of difficult for Sven and Enigma to have this early on. So yeah, lots of pressure for Supreme to have significant impact in the early stages.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to do it, and he needs to do it soon, because eventually this Pango will hit the Defu, and then everything you wanted to do before will be twice as hard. Still very far away from it. 8-minute rune will be coming. Everybody's gonna be mid besides the Crystal Maiden of the usual suspects, you know? When I say usual, is both mid laners and 4 supports. And MOUZ, can see he's gonna secure this rune. 2 versus 3, basically. Although Seb prioritizing the stacking a little bit, which of course it's never bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay here. I mean, net worth wise, Sven and Gyro doing around about the same. But which carry comes out on top? I'm quite intrigued here. What you think, the Gyrocopter or the Sven? I mean, you've got yourself Satanic on Gyro, but of course Sven's able to output a lot more damage if he has a Daedalus.
I mean, straight up 1-1, I think Rogue Knight wins, but there's many more factors. But I would still think that with the swap and the RP, Seb, initiated. Ooh, they're scared. Ooh, very confusing, and Ulnit is getting pressured.
taking his creeps. A rotation here from Bengen. EZM completely fine here. Just
a very interesting gameplay. Just going there and being annoying, you know, stealing away golden XP.
Yeah.
A very quiet game so far. Only 1 kill. 10 minutes in.
I think Supreme wants to try and pressure this bottom tower here. It's pretty healthy here at the moment. It's just these Eidolons just keep getting picked off here by the hands of Timado with this level 4 flak cannon. So it's very difficult here to try and get a creep wave to push this tier 1 tower because it just keeps on clearing it.
I mean, this quiet game definitely favors OG, as we'll see Pango pick up the AD rune top just because of sheer factor of level 4 empower on the Magnus. And he shares it with the Pangolier, and Pangolier farms insanely fast, and he will use the AD rune to even ramp up the farm speed even more. Trying to get his diffusal. Can they open this bottom tower? Is it even possible? Seb is not level 6 still. It does give vision on the idols. And they're all dead.
He just keeps on coming back with level 4 flat cannon, clears the wave. He's like, okay, I'm gone.
This network lead will reflect of what we're saying. 2,000 network lead at middle 11 with only 1 kill advantage. But MOUZ will do the farming on of their own too, making more and more stacks, just trying to mirror.
Have we got ourselves level 6 yet on Seb? No, he's still around about 280 experience away from getting the swap. Ari's level 6. They could potentially push here with Serpents. Are they going to do so? Both supports. Close, yeah. Ari's pushing with the Ether Shock. Maybe perhaps wait the next wave. I mean, Magnus is rotating in bottom here, Whisper, with a Blink Dagger. It looks like they are. They are going to pressure this tier 1 tower. Will MOUZ respond?
Oh, he's stuck there for a minute.
Oh, is he stuck?
A big blunder.
Yeah, going to be rooting up there with the Frostbite. A lot of damage there onto Tomato. Tomato's just dead. What a blunder there. Actually caught within... Was he caught within the Serpents there, Milan?
Yes, I mean, at least from the bottom side. Maybe he left to the north, but to the south, he was stuck. A big blunder, and MOUZ will use it. You don't see it every day. Shadow Shaman killing his own carry. A big blunder from Ari and OG.
Can you not
Reported.
I know you
No, you cannot.
You can't. Oh,
you cannot.
Only when it's
if they hit, yeah, if they get hit once, as they have two hit points. But Whisper, Blink Dagger ready. They will try to make a play of their own. Seb invading, maybe making this play a little bit obvious because you don't see the bench post 5 run up high ground like that alone usually.
If he had phase boots, Milan, he would have survived on the gyro. But no,
exactly, so whenever you have a Shadow Shaman on your team, guys, you have to buy phase boots.
Buy phase boots. So you don't get blocked.
Oh, Bengan is gonna get caught and bursted very quickly. So a big timing for the OG here. A Blink Dagger on the Magnus and Diffusal on the Pango. They can just keep going from this mid and top lane, killing everything in the way.
If that blunder didn't happen, then maybe they'd still have this tier 1 tower bottom here too, because they've taken that out, starting to take more control here at the bottom. And look at this, we see Tomato here now. He's just kind of secluded to this area of the map near the tier 2, so his resources are starting to fall off now.
When you make a misplay like that, the consequences are never small, and they're gonna keep looking for these plays on the mid and top lane. Oh, RP!
Onto Supreme. Can he get himself off the Siphon Drain? Yeah.
He's not dying.
Full HP. There's the freezing field. Stormhammer there into BZM too. They'll attempt to turn it around. Can they get the God Strength off the final physical attack? No, BZM will just be able to roll out of there and live. That was a very close turnaround there from MOUZ. Black Hole will find the Gyrocopter here on the bottom lane. And they didn't even need to commit the hook shot there. I don't know how that turn of events came out there. Enigma has himself the Guardian Greaves, but...
Did you lie to me, Epi? Before the game started, you sounded so hyped about the Enigma. Yeah. And now he casts a Black Hole and you're like, he's only killing the carry with the Black Hole. Nothing much.
Well, yeah, it's good, but I missed it for 1, and 2, it's, you know, it's like, it's a 14-minute Black Hole, man. Come on. One hero, Gyrocopter taken down, you know, he can come back. It's not that big. You don't want to overhype everything.
Of course. Oh, Seb is gonna get gone. Supreme.
Yeah.
Starting to bully people a little bit. He's going to find Seb here, decides not to use the wand. As he would die probably anyhow. Ooh, Ari.
Yeah, but committed the surfer wards there, but because of that war cry, it's completely fine. They'll now go on the aggressive here.
Pango, ooh, nice hook shot.
Pushing back BZM. There's no silence there though. As the flat cannon comes out, dealing a lot of damage. Oh, the skewer! The skewer is about to come off there onto Supreme, but the frostbite there from Bengen actually saves the Death Prophet. Very, very good frostbite coming out from the Crystal Maiden.
I think MOUZ happy to stay alive there. Just the amount of damage that between Pango and the gyrocopter dealt there was insane. You're not gonna have a fight recap as nobody died, but the MOUZ lineup, they need to be more careful with these dives. Yeah, they're not weak, but the Pango with this Empower and the Gyro, they just do so much damage. And now everything is back online. RP most importantly, but low resources on the Whisper will mean the quiet game remains, but no, Seb is gonna get hooked. Nothing to swap.
He's gonna try and swap out.
Ooh, nice RP!
Here. They may find the Enigma. They will do so there indeed, with everyone rotating around here onto OG. They find themselves too, but they will take down Seb there in return. So a very nice RP coming out from Whisper here.
Maybe a blunder from Narman for not cogging him back on the bench. But nonetheless, I said nothing to swap. I meant defensively. The offensive swap will do the job. 2 for 1. Big trade for OG.
Worthwise though. Do indeed have ourselves Allnit still farming up very nicely here. Level 14 on the Sven. Only has 1 death, but is about to get himself a Blink Dagger. Looks like he possibly wants to try and fight early here. Not going the BKB first. Just to get some momentum. Try and jump here with the God Strength. I think it could work here, possibly. He's been able to survive quite a lot. They do have a lot of physical damage here, not a lot of magical. And with this level 4 Warcry, he's able to tank up quite a lot here. And obviously, of course, the God Strength is able to output quite a bit of damage.
But can they guess this rush is happening? Because it will go down really fast, and since they're not aware. And as you said, with the Blink Dagger...
Oh, Eidolon scouted out! Are they going to head there straight away? Oh, Allnit blinks in on the mid lane. Fortunately, we missed that, but he tried to attempt to get the Magnus there, but Whisper just blinking and avoiding a Storm Hammer. This Allnit now will get himself a Haze Rune, but they will get themselves the Roshan on OG. They will take it, put it in the hands here of Tomato, and I think this is an Aghanim's now for it. It is indeed. So, not better form than Sven, but still, he's not in a bad place.
I mean, as you said, before they went to the rush pit, the Blink Dagger on the Sven, he wanted to get active right there. Missing this opportunity might be painful, but still, the net worth lead is not really there for OG, and it's still gonna be who executes the fights better. And Aghanims is also picked up on the Magnus, not the one we usually see. Horn Toss.
The Horn Toss acquired.
I have no idea about this.
Look at this. Tomato is going straight for this tier 2 here.
With the team smoke behind him.
Yeah.
Seb will be spotted on these ops. There are 3 smoked, but Venge is being pinged out. And now alongside with the Pangolier. So it should be not so hard for MOUZ to dodge, if they wish so. Now they're pinging out. They want to attack this Gyro maybe on the mid lane. They have perfect vision behind him. They see he's alone. Now they see the Magnus. Smoke will be popped. I feel like 4-man smoke by the Enigma. Everybody but Sven smoke. Now Enigma breaks it, but they have perfect vision. Watch and Allnit.
Moving forward here with the God Strength, trying to find Seb. Will get the kill. Now focusing Tomato here. Is attempting to hold his ground. Will be found. Frostbite locks him
RP's
in place.
ready.
Buyback here from Seb, wants to come back to the fight here. The Black Hole is indeed ready. It'll be committed there and it'll affect the Pangolier. Rolling Thunder as they find Tomato here. Lovely use of the Black Hole as Whisper also going to be found. Will skewer Supreme here up onto the cliff, but in return, they will lose possibly free here. Lovely swap from Seb, keeping BZM alive. So they'll just get themselves 2 instead. But already taking away that Aegis there from OG. MOUZ coming out on top and getting some
insane blunder by OG. Most noticeably in the vision department. Just all these wards on the side, especially that one on the cliff, stayed there for a long time. And MOUZ using it as their opportunity to swing this game around. Look at this, it's almost gonna expire. 6 minutes there. They find the perfect target first in the revenge, and then just it was so hard for Magnus to do anything because MOUZ had the all information. No chances for surprise.
Yeah, they just get themselves the Tormentor there. And it's the shard for the Crystal Maiden.
Would you give it an A or S tier grade for the shard?
I would say S tier, but now I'm gonna say. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I would have given it an S tier, but now I'm gonna give it an A tier since it costs quite a bit of mana.
A plus.
Yeah, maybe. It's 150 mana now. With the D patch, they increased it by 100 mana, so it's no longer 50 anymore. So.
But still, seeing how some of these players utilize it, like it just seems OP. Like the way they go into enemy, press it, and then it's like a basically. Ooh, Bengan will not utilize it right now.
They'll take down the Crystal Maiden there. They go out for another smoke here on OG. Wanting to try and find something. Black Hole on cooldown. It's back online in 40 seconds here. I don't think they'll find anything with this smoke. They're very split up. They're only 3 at the moment. Eidolon's just scouting out. BZM will get himself a haste rune, which is very nice. And they just saw that middle creep wave get destroyed there by BZM. He has himself that Agnims now, so able to proc the Swashbuckle upon the shield crash. BKB as well for the Gyrocopter. That's going to be especially nice because Frostbites from Bengen have really been impacting OG here at the moment.
Am I understanding it right? Now, with the change to the Swashbuckle, should be a decent buff to the Aghanim's, right? Because you still shoot 4 with the axe, right?
Wait.
So, in terms of numbers...
No,
yeah,
it's
2 Swashbuckle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should be above, but hold that thought. MOUZ smokes up. They want to get a jump on their vision. Gonna spot Seb.
Forward there. Oh, lovely Hex coming out. Stopping the initiation here from Ornit. Come forward here with the Rolling Thunder defensively. And MOUZ are out of there. Unless they catch Supreme here with the Rolling Thunder once and twice. That's 3 times now. Supreme in trouble. Has to heal up. Is slowly falling here and will be taken out. Mega kill down. MOUZ have to go onto the retreat here.
Whisper is chasing.
By Whisper. A nice blink cancel there by Bengen. And they're out. Ari wants to come forward here with a blink dagger. Hasn't got the range to hex up the Crystal Maiden. But yeah, all because of Ari there with the hex onto Sven. Not able to kill the Vengeful Spirit in time. And completely drew a line in that initiation there.
A big difference from the last fight is that the vision favors the OG fighting on their own tower. MOUZ thinking they have what it takes to burst this supports without popping BKB. But Ari, a very clutch hex, as you said.
Commit the Serpent's top here too. Tomato hitting into this tier 2. That it doesn't look like they want to commit the glyph here because they're not going to be able to defend that. There we go. Tier 2 is gone. And look at the net worth now. Sven with this Blink Dagger, wanted to try and catch something here very early on, has really not been able to on Ulnit, and with that, has been slowly affected here, and is now 2k behind the Gyrocopter. Attempting to go a Harpoon here to try and counteract the swap coming out here from Seb, so he can hop right back onto his target. Is he finishing the Harpoon, or is he finishing a Daedalus first? He's just got the Crystallis. What would you recommend?
We should be seeing Daedalus be done first, because
Daedalus.
He will have a very limited amount of time to hit on this target. Doesn't want to chase them with Harpoon. He wants to two-shot them and then reset. And I feel more than anything that all these fights will be down to Whisper versus Force, you know? Enigma versus Magnus, RP versus the Black Hole. Who will come on top? Who will do better?
So BKB attempting to be built here on Force. As meanwhile, Satanic almost finished up here for Kumado. Just farming this giant stack here. Look at that. Look at that damage, able to take that. Roshan notably spawning in about 1 minute and 10 seconds. So we could be looking at another Roshan fight here, Milan, possibly. It will spawn top, at which MOUZ are currently controlling the vision at the moment. It's controlling this part of the map.
How are we looking at the Enigma BKB? Is there a chance he's gonna get it before the fight? Pretty close. So. I don't think it's gonna be before the fight, although he has a Philistone, and this is the key. The key is engaging first. Arcane Rune on the Pango, Basher on the Courier.
He's about
they want to make a big wraparound.
700 gold away from that recipe.
No BKB for this fight, as you said.
Oh,
this is huge.
He's kind of out of position. This smoke's going to break upon him if they catch this Enigma. He's big, nice blink there. Nice reactions there from Force. He will escape. It's on cooldown though for 10 seconds. They will take the high ground here on OG. They found themselves the Magnus now within the cogs. Nice silence there too. As the exorcism coming out, if they can get this Magnus, is going to be that big. The swap comes up and hold it with the blink there, right on top of the Centaur. It'll be a 1-for-1. They will list the Clockwork in return. Who's going to TP back here onto the outpost. As there we go. The Black Hole, it will be committed. They've caught themselves the Gyrocopter. Can they lay in the damage here onto Gyro? Yes, they can. They've lost themselves 4. The only role remaining is BCM. They cancel the TP in the trees. It will be a team wipe, and MOUZ come out on top. They
team wipe.
Get themselves this Roshan.
Oh man, what a play by MOUZ. Like, they get initiation on the Magnus and they force out the swap, and that's the key of the fight. Black Hole will be committed on the Gyro for 4 seconds, and Magnus will never get to use his RP, and the result is team wipe, with only buying back on Narman and getting this Aegis and Cheese. A huge play by MOUZ.
The one thing that I wanted to highlight in that fight too, when they cogged the Magnus, Seb on the Vengeful came in with the swap, obviously, as we saw there, but Ulnit was waiting with the Blink Dagger, kind of anticipating this swap to come out, and soon as they swapped with the Magnus, he jumped right on top of him and took out Whisper.
Yeah, big brain play. Because if he doesn't do that, then Magnus resets and possibly owns the fight after with the RP. But with that play, Ulnit definitely carrying the fight alongside the Black Hole.
Mm-hmm. As with this Aegis now on the Sven, we're looking for items at the moment. He's actually going a Satanic here first instead, so not finishing off that Daedalus as you fought here, Milan. We'll go for a kind of defensive item in order to heal up in these fights, just in case anything goes sideways. We'll go a Satanic here.
It gets really weird with the Sven items, because he runs out of slots really fast. He buys some of the more cheaper items like Mom and Echo Saber, and he also farms really fast. So we'll start to have to make some choices, and now, as you said, Satanic will cost him a Mask of Madness. So stronger defensively, but offensively he loses a lot of attack speed.
They're pressuring the tier 2 tower now. I mean, they've already taken a tier 2 tower top. Tomado currently going for a Daedalus here to try and increase his output damage. Actually sieging the high ground. Maybe perhaps they'll force some TPs. They commit the Surfer Wards here too. Oh, hook shot though. It's caught themselves Tomado. In return though, there's the Hex dealing a lot of damage to the Gyro. Norman falling very low, but in comes Ornit here with the God Strength. He's getting very low.
Titanic ready.
Tomado was perfectly fine here with this Titanic, though they will lose Seb. The BKB is going to expire. Ornit still with the damage, but the RP comes out there onto Tupa's Fence, just still living through it all. And Tomado not able to get off any damage here whatsoever as BCM just TPs away. That could have been a good black hole there to capture the Pangolier, but I think either Force didn't want to or didn't see the opportunity to do so there. So nonetheless, they get themselves 3.
They get themselves 3, most importantly Gyro, and most importantly without committing a black hole and against the RP. So next time around this sequence happens, the black hole will be there with the BKB. So only thing to stop it, there's 2 things. Basher on Pango, which will stay there forever, and now a lower chance with a nerf. Only 3 strikes on Schleberg, and a swap on Avenge, which usually A is forced beforehand, or B will be countered by the Lincolns that's on the way for Enigma. Still a couple of hundreds. Oh, go ahead.
Another thing that I noticed too in that fight, which was quite underrated, was it's always kind of, you know, pushed to the side because it is what it is. It's a spell. But if we saw in that fight, the Gyro was not able to heal up as great after that BKB expired, and that was because of the Crystal Nova cast there upon the Gyro, which lowers his attack speed by 75, which is pretty big. So not actually able to get off a lot of physical attacks there and actually heal up with the Satanic.
For sure, this Crystal Maiden spells start adding up if she never dies. Just again and again. Crystal Nova. Yep.
It stops movement and attack. So such an annoying hero to go against.
Shard will be claimed for Revenge. A+ tier Shard.
BCM. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, he's PC'd here on the cliff. He blinks away.
Do they have a hook shot? Ooh.
Bringing in Stab as a black hole comes out as well. Mid BKB. They might find Tomado, but the RP committing in return there onto free. They try and attempt to turn it around, but Ornit still laying in the damage here with the BKB. They will be able to find the kill there onto the Gyrocopter. 3 down as BZM and Ari are the only ones remaining.
Oh, what RP!
Themselves a tier 3 now because the wave is pushed.
What RP, almost saving a day there. A perfect one, but it just turns out to not be enough. Even with the perfect RP, MOUZ has too much in the tank. Still, she's on the DP. Full resources, Sven. This should be one side of the barracks for sure. Or no. They decide to play safe. They think maybe Gyro has a buyback, and I cannot blame them. They have the clock that, and the most important thing for me, for the MOUZ, is they have proven, now 3rd time in a row, in a 5v5 fair engagement, OG stands no chance.
On a Daedalus now for Sven too. So further increasing that damage here onto Ornit. Oh, they're going to go for a pick-off here onto Enigma if they can get it. Very nice pick-off there indeed from Ari and BZM. Catching Force. Oh, hook shot though in return there onto BZM. In comes the God Strength. Blink Dagger is ready to pounce upon BZM. Just able to get off the roll-up there in time and commit the Rolling Thunder. So it looks like Ari will be the only one here that falls. Maybe Norman very close to death. BZM, he still wants to stay in this, actually able to find the Crystal Maiden. Ornit still has himself the BKB. He is going to back off. They do not.
Bash.
Oh, the bash!
He gets it!
Bash from Supreme! Uh-oh! That's a dead Death Prophet. Down for 80. The wave is pushing here as well. This
Exactly.
might be buybacks.
Exactly what the doctor ordered for OG, just taking an unfair engagement, catching these heroes one by one. BZM and Ari outplaying the hell out of MOUZ, and now they're knocking on the high ground. We didn't foresee this coming. Next few minutes. There's gonna be another glyph after it.
Might just get themselves a set of racks here as well. By the time Enigma is spawned up too.
Look at
it's gonna be no
Whisper.
black
He's
hole for 15
cooking.
seconds. Yeah, they'll get themselves a set of racks. They're gonna go for middle now though. Buyback available here on the Death Prophet, but no BKB available if the buyback is chosen to be expended. Are they gonna let
Glyph is ready.
Oh, it's just completely swapped around here. What a turn of events. They will force out the glyph. DP back in 20 seconds. But I think by that time, they'll find themselves this second set of racks. Oh, not wanting to do anything here. As there we go, it falls. They get themselves 2 sets, however, they're coming in now onto the gyrocopter. They have themselves the Satanic there onto Tomato, healing back up. The hookshot comes out there in return, the rolling thunder there too, affecting Olin. He still has himself the BKB, but the RP coming out onto 2. It's got themselves the clock and the Sven. Sven though, now activating that BKB there with the Satanic 2. He will back himself off. They find themselves Seb though. They will take down the Vengeful Spirit. Buyback there from Clockwork too. They are forcing out so much here there.
They get him!
The black hole comes out in return. It's cancelled there by the Hex. They've got themselves the shackles. Gyro's going to escape, maybe perhaps trying to heal him there with the Satanic. And again, he's actually pushed to the low ground here by the Cogs. That actually saves him. Tamodo's still alive. Ornid does not have himself the God Strength. Supreme just he's there in time. As Tamodo slowly falling. It will be found. BCM is there. He's going to be locked in place there with the Frostbite. They will find this Pangaleia godlike streak for Sven, but they gave away so much here on MOUZ, but at least they'll come back and find themselves something.
Oh, what a sequence of events for the MOUZ. They end up on the top of this fight, but oh, what the hell was that, man? These spell casting, these mechanic skills from the MOUZ really coming into play. Eventually hitting the black hole on the gyro tipping out. They tried to fight back. I feel like OG was dominating first part of the fight like in some anime battle, you know? They were dominating in MOUZ, but MOUZ eventually turning it around, and I'm gonna look for this rush. They should most definitely be getting it in time. It will roar, allowing OG to know it's happening.
They'll get themselves the Roshan here. On the side of MOUZ, which they most
Aghanims
definitely needed.
for the Sven. He will gladly pick it up. Now,
Got a cheese once again on
level
Supreme.
25 on the Sven. A 50% bonus damage on the God Strength and the Superman power if he wants to use this Aghanims. I think OG maybe goes a little bit back to what worked for them, trying to find solo heroes and not allowing MOUZ for a 5x5 engagement.
Got Ari and Whisper hanging around here. Maybe we can catch Crystal Maiden. Engen's the only one here. And the rest are smoked up on MOUZ. Yeah, Whisper's going for something, Luke. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's going to go. There we go. There's the Horn Toss. They've got themselves a Crystal Maiden. And they get the kill. Pick off there. Though they have found themselves BZM. Oh, he swashbuckles away and they committed the God Strength there, but oh, and they got themselves. Look at that, the lovely hook shot. But the swap comes out in return there from Seb. Seb saves him. They still do have themselves the RP. Whisper hanging around here in the trees. They just lose the Vengeful Spirit. Absolutely beautiful hook shot, but even better, the swap from Seb.
Will still cause them the death on Venge. At least he saves the Pango, as you say. But one thing we don't speak about much is this Hex on Ari. The damage amplification it does. could really turn these fights around.
35%. We got ourselves a Lincoln's and a BKB now, though, on force. So, able to protect himself now against any swaps that come his way. The only thing that could cancel it now is possibly a well-placed Skull Basher with the Swashbuckle or an RP.
Even with the RP, it is really not easy. Maybe for this reason he may go the Aghanim next on the Enigma, because it really makes all these things much more difficult for OG.
Oh, they're pushing the top lane here as well. Whisper is the exact thing he did with the Centaur. He's a he's a wave pusher. Maybe perhaps he's going to TP here in the trees. No, is he going to go to the next camp? Is he going to be greedy? Got to scout out for him here with the rocket flares. Not able to find him. He's just going to go to the top right here. Oh, they found themselves Pango though with the rocket flares. Blinks away. Whisper's still okay. Oh, they want to push bottom, I think. Maybe perhaps try and force some TPs back with Serpent Wards. Ari's hanging around bottom. Oh, that smoke's going to break here on Whisper if he gets too close with the Shadow Blade.
You see Whisper.
Oh, look where Ornit's going as well. Oh, blinks right on top of this. The Magnus. Magnus. Oh, do they have any detection? They don't. He survives on 100 HP. No way has he been able to get out of that. Oh my god. I mean, Ornit got the cleave there, or one of the creeps. Almost killed him.
100 HP. Still alive and breathing. A big blunder by the MOUZ. Then again, it was 3 cores without any slots. Whisper, he's not going home. He's sticking around. He still has Aegis on him. That should be fine.
Yeah, but and he has just showed himself with the God Strength, so now they know it's down.
I mean, it's a very low downtime. 50 seconds downtime and already 20 seconds left on the cooldown, so... But one of the hardest downtimes to use in Dota. Supreme.
Yeah, BZM's out.
Keep in mind,
this roll-up is saving him so many times.
Yes, but he doesn't have a dispel for the 6-second silence on the DPs. It needs to be extra careful. Whisper. Whisper, Whisper.
Hook shot. Catching their Whisper, but he's on his own, Norman. Norman's just going to get deleted by the hands of OG. No one to follow up there with that hook shot will just fall. He's down for 90 seconds, though. Aegis expired, too. Looks like MOUZ will just have to wait this one out until the clock works back. And by that time, it looks like we may just get ourselves another fight here for the Roshan. And a butterfly.
Getting baited there by Whisper. Losing Gem. Not a small thing, not a thing to ignore.
Refresher
Could be a
on
butterfly
BZMs.
effect later, but OG wants to chain this. The waves are constantly pushing, allowing them to make these plays.
Yeah.
Whisper, he's fishing. Whisper, Whisper, Whisper. Oh, for a moment looked like he might pull up Collapse with a blind jump.
They don't have any vision on this high ground at all here. From the side of OG. Whisper just
Even
trying to fish around.
they're gonna settle for the Tormentor. Even this one death on Clockwork is like a 5 to 6,000 gold swing. Literally losing 50% of your advantage due to one death. That's how important these kills are late game. And Refresher. Octarine level 25 on the Pango. Rolls for days, as they say.
Yeah, and I just want to highlight, just as the butterfly has been obtained, MKB now available onto Ornit, so able to actually surpass the evasion there from the butterfly. Oh, the smoke's going to break him.
Tomato.
Tomato. Yeah,
Do
here
they
we
see
come.
Seb?
God Strength. There we go. The Stormhammer's there too.
Seb is not
Will he be
there.
able to get kill? The BKB and the Satanic comes out here in return, but still trying to lay out the damage. The black hole is indeed ready. Tomato slowly falling. He will be able to get forced after.
He's
There
dead.
we go. They found the kill there. He's down for 90 seconds. They find themselves already there too. Uh-oh, Gyro.
He has no buyback.
Available here.
Where was Seb? I think he may have been finishing his Aghanims on the bottom lane, but it will cost them Gyro. Now, what they wanna do on the MOUZ? Do they wanna force the high ground, or do they wanna catch this Whisper?
Ollie's gonna see him. Maybe he'll blink forward with. Maybe he knows where he is with the detection. Oh, he's got it because of that sentry ward there. Gonna try and find the kill down to Whisper. He will reveal himself there with the skewer. They will definitely get the kill there. Goodbye, Whisper. They will find themselves 3. But they don't have the creep wave to help them. It's all being pushed here. I just look at the creep waves right now on the side of OG, just pushing in. Will they be able to get anything out of this? I mean, Gyro back in 30. I think by the time they get to the high ground,
Boom, there it goes.
Yes, this death on the Magnus does make them, you know, it's a core kill. You will take it every time, but it will make Gyro not buyback that he didn't have. And they will try to fix these lanes with the Aghanims on Narman, Clockwork. And maybe force something on the high ground, which is always very scary. We keep repeating it. It's the hardest thing in Dota to do, pushing high ground. And they will decide to go for Tormentor and maybe wait out for the rush. Seems like already they're not forcing anything.
They'll go for the Tormentor here. Pick that up for Norman, so at least he has himself an escape now with the jetpack.
Another A+ shard. We keep giving it A+. It's hard to give it an S, but
Oh, and just I think Ari has a plan here. What he's going to do, they know the Roshan's going to spawn up, so he's going to commit Surfer Wards possibly at these tier 4s and force rotation so that they can get the advantage here. Up above for the Roshan. BZM and Ori are completely
he's fishing
away from their team. The smoke's just broken here on Ornit. He's going to blink up. Oh, sees
Ooh,
BZM there. Uh-oh, God's strength there. BZM in trouble. The hook shot there as well. He's going to commit the rolling thunder, but it's cancelled by the cogs. They get the kill. As now Ari found here too. Will be taken out. Ornit, double kill for him. Roshan back in 30 seconds. A possibility for them to get themselves the Aegis, but they need to respond to this middle creep wave. It is pushing in, so Supreme will have to go back here and just take out these creeps and push this middle wave.
Eventually, someone has to get Travels 2 on the side of MOUZ. I mean, just to travel to deal with these waves, but they don't mind this. They don't mind this game going later.
Force.
Especially with...
Oh, Force has been found. Uh-oh. Enigma. BKB. It comes out there. And he will bring back with the black ball, but it's cancelled by the swap. That was a questionable place to be there for Force. His smoke broke. And he didn't blink away in time. With that, they get the kill, but they still have themselves the RP there too. They only used the horn toss and skewered away. Enigma down for 70 seconds, and this Roshan is going to
no black hole
soon here, Milan.
So OG, even if they think this Enigma has the buyback without black hole, he's basically nothing. And this rush will roar, and OG will know what can Whisper do.
Oh, they're going to take it as... Oh, they're going to hide in the trees here with the Exorcism. The RP, it's ready.
All set, gets caught.
There's God's Strength trying to find the Vengeful. They will do indeed. 2 buyback coming out here. BZM was
Whisper, watch the Whisper.
RP onto 3, but there's no follow-up here. No follow-up because they got themselves the kill onto the Gyro. BZM is here now with the Rolling Thunder. MOUZ is still actually able to live through this, but the Hex there onto Sven. He's still okay for the time being. Will activate that BKB.
That's a dieback.
The kill again. That's a dieback onto the Vengeful. The buyback comes out from Norman now. That Rolling Thunder is going to expire soon. They will get the kill on Sven. Sven will buy back. He will try and attempt to come back to the fight here, but he does not have himself the God Strength. And meanwhile, there are creeps hitting into the tier 4 towers here. What a turn of events here. We thought that maybe perhaps MOUZ would just get themselves an easy Roshan. They pick themselves off the Enigma, and then these turn of events just come out. They've got the kill, focusing Seb there time again. And you can see Seb trying to utilize the Ghost Scepter, but because Ornit has himself this Aghanim Scepter, his Stormhammer does dispel that Ghost Ethereal form, so they're able to take him out every time he uses that Ghost Scepter, saving the Stormhammer.
mid lane.
Now they're going to come in for a smoke.
4v2.
They may have found themselves Force. Force does have himself the BKB. He commits it there. The Black Hole, he still has it available. There it is. He's caught himself too. There's no cancel for it, but they've got themselves the Sven with the RP. They turn it around. Double kill. Sven, that's a dieback. Ultimately, a disaster there for MOUZ, but they'll go forward. They want to at least try and find themselves something here, because if they don't, it could mean game. As the Hex is there, the Shackle comes out onto the DP. What a disaster as they get themselves the Death Prophet down along with Crystal Maiden too, and the Clockwork. Only 2 remaining. It looks to be GG here now as OG are going to head forward. Divine
They will buy back too.
Tomato to just lay through here onto the tier 4 towers. There's a buyback available on Enigma, but he does not have himself the Black Hole.
I mean, what's left to fight with? Buyback 2, buyback 3, but they have no damage without Sven and the Clockwork. OG will just stay here and go for the throne.
Oh, the Horde Toss bringing back the DP. DP's gone. 2 remaining. It's only the supports, ladies and gentlemen. GG is
GG.
called. OG will be able to turn this back around, and they will come back and get themselves further into the upper bracket. They will push MOUZ down below.
Ooh, what a game from OG, and what a last fight from